Well, Lynn, looking back on yesterday's win, another commanding and comprehensive win for Gloucester Hartpury, how are you kind of reflecting on the result and the performance?
Yeah, very happy with the result, and the performance was very pleasing. I thought we controlled the game in that 55 minute mark, up until the 55-minute mark. Full credit to Sale, they didn't stop until the final whistle, and we knew that was going to be the tough task ahead of us. But very happy and very pleased with that performance.
And Mo Hunt with the Player of the Match award. It was definitely a game where we really saw all of her class. Definitely,
I think the week before that, when she come off the bench for 20 minutes, just the pace, the energy she brings, and then that first 55 minutes with her, bringing that energy, and you're right, the touches she does from the boot, the passing game, the quick tap game, just her all-round game is just a class act.
And were there any other sort of standouts that impressed you in particular?
Yeah, I think Pip Hendy is growing into this game, and she went on the wing. She looked very comfortable on the wing last week. We started her there again this weekend, and she went over for a try, which was lovely to see. Very nice to see Sarah Beckett in full form out there. But Maud Moore, I think her ball carrying. But Kelsey Jones just looks comfortable as well. So girls are just finding their feet, getting ready for going into the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, and it was definitely a game where Gloucester Hartpury kind of went in as overwhelming favourites. How I suppose it can be quite easy to drop your standards going into games like that, but how impressed were you with the energy that they brought into that game?
Yeah, that's everything that we've been working on all week. The bringing that energy, going up, sail away. It's a tough place to go, and you're right. The energy the girls had from the set-go, going onto the bus and going onto the pitch for that 80 minutes was outstanding. And I thought Cecilia Tuipulotu, when you're talking about energy, the energy she brought off the bench was phenomenal, and very good to see, along with Kate Williams too.
And it was another game where the set piece really thrived. Some really strong line-outs, driving mauls, scrums really thrived in that game. It must be good to have such a massive weapon like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very nice. It's what we set out at the beginning of the season, all those targets and goals, making sure that our drive maul D is pretty spot on. But I agree, and scrum and line out are huge pillars for us in that set piece, and full credit to the coaching staff there, Dan Murphy and Rhys Oakley. It's really nice to see.
Yeah, and as a squad, there's still quite a lot of injuries to deal with, but you must be really happy with how the youngsters kind of stepped up, and it's also easy to forget how young they are at times, isn't it?
Yeah, you totally agree. Look, we finished the game on Saturday with more or less a university backline, which it's so pleasing to see. Charlie May-Mann's coming off the bench, who's been a pivotal part of our success with the Hartpury University. And then you've got Millie Hyatt, 18 years old, who's just picking up game experience every week, but also getting better and better every time we see her play. So it's really pleasing to see. And yeah, these youngsters are taking opportunities, and it's very exciting.
And looking ahead to Exeter, that's set to be a massive occasion, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is. I think everybody gets up for the Exeter game. Gloucester Hartpury v Exeter is always a big one. It's always one the girls look out for in the calendar, and and it's even more special because it was the final from last season. So yeah, we're very, very excited to go into this week going against Exeter Chiefs.
Yeah, you mentioned the final just then. Possibly the biggest day in Gloucester Hartpury history. What are your kind of memories of that day?
Oh, the memories are probably going to be with me for the rest of their life. It's you watch back on some videos, and what a great week. But that day was truly something special.
And it's going to be a 6-day turnaround for this game, and then another one after the week after for Harlequins. How important is it that you kind of manage that time well?
Yeah, it's very important. I got full trust in the S&C and the medical department on turning things around there, and the guidance we get from that. It's what we have to deal with. We have to manage, and I'm sure we'll be fine and full of energy going into Saturday.
And just on Exeter, they're off the back of a draw at home against Harlequins, a game they probably would have wanted to win. They're definitely going to be really fired up coming into the weekend, won't they?
Exeter will definitely be fired up. I can guarantee you that. You know, every time we play them is always a close game. When we went down there, Mia Werner scored a outstanding solo try to get us that win. So, look, I agree. I think Exeter will be very disappointed that they didn't come away with a win. And I know they're a very well-drilled team. Their forwards are a very physical, very well drilled. So it'll be a real big battle up front there on Saturday.